Hi, and welcome to the Good Health Podcast. I'm your host, Nicole Good, a registered nutritional therapy practitioner and functional medicine practitioner. Join me as we explore thyroid, brain, and fatigue conditions with positivity. From Hashimoto's to multiple sclerosis, chronic fatigue to adrenal dysfunction, I've got you covered. With expert advice and tips to help you take action now and inspiring real patient stories from successful individuals who refuse to let their health hold them back. Start your journey to good health today. And don't forget to come and join the conversation on Instagram at good_health. That's GOODE. Or visit my website at nicolegoodhealth.com to find out more. Welcome to another episode of the Good Health Podcast, the podcast where we explore the world of health and wellness with positivity. I'm your host, Nicole Good, and today we are solo deep diving into a topic that's become increasingly significant in discussions around longevity, and that is health span versus lifespan and why longevity may not actually be the key marker. So today I want to discuss a concept that is reshaping the way that we perceive aging and longevity, and that is health span and why it holds a greater significance than mere lifespan, which is the thing that we usually hear talked about. So to start with, let's clarify the terms. So lifespan refers to the total number of years a person lives, while health span focuses on the number of healthy, disease-free years within the lifespan. So it's not just about living longer, but about living better. It's a shift from simply counting the years we accumulate to valuing the quality of those years. And we put a lot down to age, we put a lot down to that number. And this is about sort of moving away from that number and actually saying how many of those years were good. So in a world obsessed with the quest for a longer life, we often overlook the essential question: what good is a lengthy life if it's plagued by poor health and diminished vitality? Longevity should not merely be about quantity of years, but should be about the quality of life we experience during those years. So why is health span so important? Well, living a longer life is undoubtedly appealing. It's what we're all striving for. But what good is longevity without quality? Healthspan emphasizes the importance of maintaining physical and mental well-being as we age. After all, what we ultimately desire is not just to survive, but to thrive in our later years. Healthspan is about living a life of vibrancy where physical and mental well-being coexist. It's about maintaining the ability to be able to pursue passions, engage with your loved ones, and contribute meaningfully to the world. A longer health span means more time spent enjoying the fruits of life, the fruits of your labor, especially when you are in retirement post-work, rather than just enduring its burdens. On a broader scale, communities and societies benefit immensely from a population with an extended health span. Imagine a society where the majority of individuals are active and energetic and mentally sharp well into their later years. This could lead to increased productivity, reduced healthcare costs, and more engaged and vibrant social fabric. So let me ask you this question. Would you rather live 80 years in optimal health or 100 years, but 60 of those years are well and the last 40 you suffer with chronic illnesses? So would you rather live to 80 fully well or live to 100 but have 60 well years and 40 of them being ill at the end? I'm fairly certain you'd all choose to only live till 80. Why? Because health span is actually more important to us than lifespan. And when we talk about longevity, it's really important to remember this. So the concept of health span has been brought to the forefront by studies on blue zones, which are these regions around the world known for having a high percentage of centenarians and low rates of chronic diseases. And this is really important because the blue zones are well known for people who live to over 100, and that seems to be the bit that gets the focus. But what is so beautiful about these blue zones is that these people are living till over 100, but also have the lower rates of chronic disease. And that's the really, really important key message that we need to take from these areas. So these blue zones are areas where researchers have identified a significant number of individuals living well into their 90s and over 100. And some of these areas, if we take sort of Okinawa in Japan, for example, the Okinawan people are not only living longer, but they're also experiencing this higher quality of life. There's several blue zones around the world, and each offer unique insights into the factors contributing to longevity. Some of the notable ones that we've heard of are Okinawa in Japan, Sardinia in Italy, the Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica, Icaria in Greece, and Loma Linda in California. So what can we actually learn from these blue zones? What's the secret to their longevity? And what lessons can we learn from these exceptional communities? Well, researchers have identified common lifestyle factors contributing to their longevity and their health. But this, again, is not just about letting people live longer. This is about people living longer because they've not got these chronic diseases. And the factors that they've come up with are things like a plant-based diet, regular physical activity, strong social connections, low levels of stress, having a sense of purpose. And these lessons can really serve as a roadmap for all of us striving to enhance our health span. So let's look at 5 steps that you could implement today to work on your health span. So step 1, adopt a nutrient-rich diet. So embark on a journey towards a predominantly plant-based diet. Doesn't mean you need to go completely vegetarian or completely vegan, but we want lots of plant foods in there. We want a really diverse array of nutrients. So we want lots of fruits, lots of veg, whole grains, legumes, and then some lean proteins. So you don't need to go vegan, you don't need to go vegetarian, but making sure that the majority of your diet comes from plant foods. The focus here is not just on calorie intake, but on the nutritional density of the food that we consume. So the dietary shift like this can provide essential vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that promote overall health and resilience against age-related ailments. Step 2, prioritize physical activity. So regular physical activity is key to maintaining optimal health as we age. This doesn't necessarily mean hitting the gym for intensive workouts every day. In fact, in the blue zones, most of them were not doing gym work. They were just moving throughout the day, or they had active jobs through their lives. Find activities that bring you joy and incorporate them into your routine, whether it's brisk walking, swimming, yoga, or maybe it is gym and weightlifting. The goal is to engage in a mix of aerobic exercises, strength training, and flexibility. Regular movement not only supports cardiovascular health, but also helps strengthen muscles, bones, and joints, and helps keep you moving into older age. Step 3, cultivate social connections. So build and nurture meaningful social connections. It's the cornerstone to a long and healthy life. Loneliness and social isolation have been linked to various health issues, including mental health concerns, but also things like a weakened immune system. So actively invest time in fostering relationships with friends, family, and community. And this is why it's really important that we get a work-life balance, because this part of life, this community, is really important when we're looking at health span. Participate in social activities, join clubs, volunteer, and or have strong social ties within your community. Strong social ties provide emotional support, they reduce stress, and they contribute to an enriched and fulfilling life. Step 4, manage stress. Stress is an inevitable part of life, but how we manage it can significantly impact our health span. Develop effective stress management strategies that resonate with you. This might be something like practicing mindfulness, meditation, deep breathing exercises, or you may just want to engage in hobbies that bring you joy and help you get out of your own head. Chronic stress has been associated with inflammation, cardiovascular problems, and other chronic health issues. So finding healthy coping mechanisms is really crucial for overall well-being. Step 5, find purpose. This was one that came out in the blue zones as being really important. Having a sense of purpose is a powerful determinant of health and longevity. Explore activities and pursuits that bring meaning to your life, something that you really enjoy doing, passion projects. It could be through your work, it could be personal passion projects that you do outside of work, it could be volunteering, it could be charity work, or it could be maintaining strong communities and strong connections and helping others in your community. A sense of purpose not only fosters a positive mindset, but also provides motivation, direction, and a reason to look forward and get up each day. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of the Good Health Podcast. We will be diving into each of these areas more in future episodes. For now, choose one step and implement it today and see what impact it has on your wellness. I'll be back next week with another great guest episode of the Good Health Podcast. See you then. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Good Health Podcast. Do share the episode with anyone who you think it may benefit or who may enjoy it, and help me spread the word by rating the episode or leaving a review. If you want more, you can find other episodes in the series on your podcast app, or sign up to my free newsletter. Not only will you get information on new episodes launching, but we cover lots of health topics with the Ask Nicole section where you can send in your questions, my favorite recipes, my favorite products, tips and tricks to help you on the road to good health and much more. You can sign up free of charge at nicolegoodhealth.com/newsletter, also linked below. I hope you have a lovely week. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time.